Hey guys, it's Ember Honey Raven, the Big Fat Witch. How are you? Do you have on your comfortable clothes? Guys, this is a video I've been wanting to do for a while. I've had a lot of people ask questions about yoga and how it has affected my practice and how it's affected my weight loss and things of that nature. So this is just going to be kind of a, I don't know, an FAQ and a favorites and a conglomeration of videos rolled into one all about yoga. So, I am on my porch. I love to do yoga on my porch. And as you can see, you don't need a lot of room. Look, I can touch my door and my rail. See? Don't need a lot of room. I have on just some leggings and a t-shirt. Some people like to wear, they like the little A shirts. It's your choice. One thing I have found, especially if you're going to be doing yoga with other people, is you don't want to wear a shirt that kind of falls away from you when you get into upside down positions, because then it rises up and you're constantly pulling. Leggings are great. So let me see, why yoga? Well, yoga is great for meditation. It is great for raising positive vibration. It is great for centering yourself. It's also great for relieving stress and anxiety, not to mention the physical benefits, which are building strength and improving your balance. And I get better sleep when I do yoga regularly. Yeah, I get better sleep. My back doesn't hurt. It's also helped with weight loss. Now, I will say some forms of yoga are not super cardio. Some of them are more of the relaxation types of yoga, and they're more about posing and maintaining balance and, kind of clearing your energy. That's still good for your body. It helps your body kind of realign with positivity, and it also helps you kind of get more in touch with your body, which has been most beneficial for someone like me who lived really out of touch with my body for a long, long time. So yeah, as you can see, you don't need a lot of space. You don't need any special clothing. You can just wear what you have. I have socks on today because it's kind of chilly outside and I didn't want my feet to be cold. So, I have a really nice yoga mat, and I'm going to take a minute to talk about this yoga mat. You guys, I've had several yoga mats, and this is by far my favorite one. This yoga mat is by Clever Yoga. I'm going to put a link in the down bar. You can get these on Amazon. On Amazon, I think they're normally $69.99, but they have them all the time for $34. You guys, you can find yoga mats anywhere from $8 at Walmart up to $200 at different places. You don't need to spend a lot of money on a yoga mat. Let me tell you why I love this one. Clever Yoga is not only a family-owned company, but they're eco-friendly. This is 100% recycled materials. And here's the thing that I love about this mat. You guys, I had 3 previous yoga mats prior to this one. And all 3 of those mats had an issue that made them really not conducive to yoga for me. Number one, the first 2 I had were so slippery, it was ridiculous. Like, you would get into positions, like, let me show you a position really quick. So, for instance, down dog, and you're not going to be able to see my hands really well, but this is down dog. And it's basically just making a tent out of your body. Well, as you can imagine, when you make a tent out of your body and you're using your hands for traction, if the mat is slippery and your hands are sliding as you're doing your position, it's not super fun to try to maintain your balance when that happens. This mat is non-slip. I love it. It is by far one of the best non-slip mats. Well, it's the best non-slip mat I've ever used. The other thing that I love about this mat that I've experienced with previous yoga mats that made it negative for me is this mat does not have phthalates. There's no rubbery, it doesn't have like, a lot of other mats are made out of plastic type materials that are really bad for not only you, but for the environment. This one's eco-friendly. There's no phthalates. There's none of that. They're not PVCs, but there's like some plastic type stuff that is not biodegradable. It's really bad for the environment. It's not good for you to breathe. And I would get a headache with 2 of my previous yoga mats, even smelling them. They had a really foul, almost car tire smell to them. This one doesn't stink. You guys, they have these in like tons of different colors. And by the way, these mats are 6 millimeters thick, which I freaking love because they're thick enough that they're cushioned, but they're thin enough that it's a lightweight one. This mat weighs like less than 2 pounds. Some yoga mats you'll find they weigh 6, 7, 8 pounds, which is ridiculous to try to carry around. So, Clever Yoga, I'm telling you, Clever Yoga is the mat to get. It's my favorite. And no, they are not paying me to say that. I love the mat. So anyway, You know, when I was on my weight loss journey, I wanted to do, you know, some exercises with my body that would help with strength and endurance and also balance, because my balance really sucks. And I tried cardio and I love it. And I've tried getting in the gym and I love that. But I love the way that yoga really encourages flexibility with your body and also with your mind. Um, you know, there are some poses in yoga that are really uncomfortable for me personally when I first started doing them that I'm now way more comfortable doing. Even down dog, the little tent position that I just showed you, was really difficult for me because I was just kind of uncomfortable with having my head down. Let me show you another one that is not always fun. It's just your regular plank position. And by the way, there are lots of different ways to do yoga. Your savasana is going to look different depending on your teacher. There is hot yoga. That's one you do in a heated room, which you will sweat your ass off, and it's great for detoxification. But my face looked like a freaking pizza when I was done. But anyway, this is just your regular plank position. And my hands, you can't see them in this video, but my hands are just kind of in a push-up. And all you're going to do is just basically, this is just a regular plank. I couldn't do this when I first started yoga. Okay? There's another position that I kind of love, and that's basically, you're going to put your hands and your palms flat, and you're going to spread your legs out, and you're basically going to plank. I got to get my butt lower. You're basically going to plank with your elbows on the ground. Now, if you want to make it really challenging, this is another one that I love. It's good for balance and also good for core strength. You're going to put your elbows and hands down, and then you're going to go into down dog. But you've got your elbows on the ground, so you really get a good stretch in those back muscles. I love it. I don't know. Yoga, y'all, I'm so clumsy in this video, sorry. Yoga has been so, it's been so wonderful to help realign, recenter. Anytime I'm having a really crappy day, I can come out here and get into some of my balance poses. My neighbor's coming up. I can come out here and get into some of my balance poses and some of my poses that kind of help with, you know, my wobbliness. And it almost makes my spirit feel cleaner. It's just been really good for calming. It's been really good for relieving anxiety. And, you know, it's actually helped me kind of get back to my own sense of self. Anytime I feel like the world has taken too much of me, I can always do this. And it's, I don't know, it's just, it's almost like going to the spa for the mind. Yeah. And if you wonder why I keep doing my hands like this is just one of your basic, and I'm getting my posture good. This is just one of your basic meditation poses. So that's it. Guys, my nosy neighbor came home, so I'm gonna talk quietly for a minute. I wanted to demonstrate one of my very favorite poses for you. And again, you don't need to do any of these particular poses. This one is one of my favorites because I feel, me personally, I feel really zen when I do this. I can't always maintain this pose. But the longer I maintain this, I can almost feel my body just slowing down and just getting, and it's your basic tree pose. Let me show you. I'm going to back up so you can see me. Whoops. Okay. So you're just going to stand like this. You can do it several different ways. You can put your foot down here and use yourself to balance. This one's a little easier. And you're just going to, some people hold their hands out, or to make it a little more difficult, you can hold it up. I like to put mine up here. And again, your hip is kind of open. You're not really turning to the side, but you're getting your leg open. Okay, and you don't want to hike your hip up. Okay, so you're just doing this. This is my favorite. And the point is not to maintain balance such that you're, you know, keeping from wobbling. It's basically to just feel yourself. And if you need to like replant your foot every now and then, you can do that. This is my favorite. Now some people get really fancy and they put their foot way up here. And I probably have really bad hip alignment, but I've been working on this and I love this one too. Pretty fun. Yeah. So I have a lot more thoughts on yoga. a lot. I could probably do several videos on this. Matter of fact, I might. I have a couple of books that I'd like to recommend to people. But anyway, for the people that have been asking me about yoga, those are some basic thoughts that I have. It's good for the mind. It's good for the body. It's really good for the spirit.